Hi there, and welcome to this short video where I'm going to showcase some of the upcoming artificial intelligence features that are launching as part of the R16 Orca series of releases. So over the last 12 months, the Predatar R&D team has been busy evolving our AI engine in a number of ways. That has included overhauling the machine learning that we use to detect anomalies. But on top of that, we have built our own GPT large language model and then train that in a variety of ways. And I'm going to showcase some of these features very quickly for you now. So let's log into Predatar and take a look. So this is loading up the Predatar dashboard. As we can see here, a whole variety of information that we present to the end users to help them understand both their recovery assurance and their cyber resilience security posture. And across the top, we've got a number of threats that have been raised via the AI using those machine learning models that I mentioned. So if we click into the Zerto area here and we look at a number of threats that have been raised for Zerto protected VMs. Now, we've had anomaly detection and threat levels for a number of years now. A common request from customers is we want more detail on how those threat levels are raised. So we're now using the Aurora AI to basically give you a clear breakdown of how and why those threats are being raised. If we click into that node and take a deeper look, we get a whole variety of information here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick off a test of this node to clear down this anomaly that we've found. Now, one of the things that's new as part of the R16 Orca series of releases is we're not just recovery testing and malware scanning, we can do other tests such as vulnerability and pen tests, and the AI can be used to decide how and when those tests are completed based on the threat levels that have been identified. So as we go through this demo quickly, we will drop in and out of this clean room and see how those tests are coming on. While we're here, let's have a look at the history, because there are some new things we're using Aurora for in the history. So here we've got all the previous tests that have been completed, and we can see for one of those we found malware. Now we have the ability to go in and view that node, and we can see the timeline across the bottom when the anomaly was raised, when the test was completed. If we click into that test, Aurora is now able to give you a summary of that test, and we can see what was successful, and in this case where malware was detected. Now typically when malware is detected, that is going to create an incident within your organization. So not only is Aurora giving you the recommendations of how to deal with that malware, you can also generate executive summaries if you need to pass information up the chain of command. We give you accurate information with an overview and then what the next steps need to be. Again, it can save you time and stress when you're in a ransomware or malware situation to be able to get accurate information quickly to help you communicate around your business. So let's just quickly go to the home screen. And let's have a quick look at the recovery test that we're doing. So good. So the recovery has completed and Aurora is now conducting a penetration test on that recovered VM to look for any issues that a pen test may uncover. And we'll come back in a moment and we'll see how the rest of that test is coming along. So let's click home. Next thing I want to show you from Aurora is what we call our new recovery risk report. This is designed as a weekly report that can be run by CISOs, infrastructure managers, basically anybody that wants to understand any risks that they have within their environment that might cause failed recoveries. So let's go into that report and have a look. So we get a high-level overview with our grade, any issues or findings that have been found, and down at the bottom again Aurora is giving you an executive summary in a very non-technical way so that anyone can read that and understand the health of their recovery environment. If we drill into that, we can start to kind of understand from a security risk and complexity point of view what is going on. So we click into security here, a number of metrics that we can see, again with a very non-technical summary that's been generated by Aurora, plus a series of recommendations, again, powered by Aurora. As Aurora looks at your environment, Aurora can give you recommendations on how to boost your security, your recovery risks, or your complexity. But you can also drill in as well. So if we look at the out-of-date software within this environment, we can see there's a number of components within servers that have been flagged, and Aurora is able to tell you what that means. You know, what is the vulnerability, what's the risk of it, and basically what's the impact of not patching that vulnerability within your environment, again in a very non-technical way. And it's the same if we go into recovery risks. We get the nice recommendations, we get a nice overview, and if we look at things like such as backup success rate, and we can look at the failures, again you usually have an error code attached to a failure. Aurora is able to articulate to you what that error code means and give you guidance on how to go about fixing that error code. So Aurora is much more than just giving you kind of summary information. It can give you guidance and advice and best practice in a very easy to understand way. Okay, so let's check in on our Zerto recovery and see how that's coming along. Also, we can see here now the pen test is completed. We're now on to the final stage, which is a vulnerability scan. Once the scan is completed for vulnerabilities, we'll then move on to the XDR scan to look for any malware within that environment. Other things that we quickly show here is the Aurora chatbot. So with Aurora baked into the platform, you can talk to Aurora. So let's ask Aurora a very quick question. And my typing is terrible, so please bear with me. So I'm going to ask Aurora here why my recovery confidence is so low. As you can see on the screen, it's 87%. So let's see what Aurora has to say for herself. Okay. So you can see here Aurora has given us an answer as to why we're at 87% and some guidance as to what we can do to improve that. So we can see here, I think, 4 nodes with high failure rates. So let's ask Aurora if you can tell us why the failure rates or what's causing those. So let's have a look. So it's the same error that we saw before actually when we're in the recovery risk report, but there are a number of nodes within the storage protect environment that are getting this error code. And again, we get a summary of what that is. And we could keep asking more questions and start to drill into that further. But that's just to give you a flavor of how you can kind of interrogate Aurora to get information and guidance and understand what's going on within your multiple environments that you're monitoring. So let's just quickly drive back into the clean room. So we can see now the XDR scan is taking place. And actually it's finished, which is perfect timing. So what we've done there with that Zerto node is we've recovered it. We have done a penetration test. We've done a vulnerability check by comparing that to the CVE database. And we've done a malware scan. Now, if we look at the history here very quickly and we go into that node, we can see here, here's the test we've completed today. Let's click on that. And again, Aurora will generate a summary to give you an overview. And in this case, obviously it's an A+, everything's clean, everything's in great shape. So there's nothing to worry about with this node. So hopefully that's giving you a flavor of how Aurora is being deployed within Predatar to help you spot threats, test threats, but also give you guidance and advice and easy to digest information to help you understand what's going on within your environment. So I hope that has been useful. Thank you for watching.